Hey guys, welcome to the channel. You're watching the Art Occultist and my name is Elisa. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Today we are doing another channeled message from the great titaness Hekate, and this is the main thing that we do on this channel. I hope that you are well wherever you are in the world. And yeah, for today we are going to be test driving a new deck of mine. This is the Smoke Ash and Embers. This is a very cute dragon theme deck that I got a few months ago, but to be quite honest with you, I haven't used it since I got it. So today is going to be a test drive for this deck. And I also have another new deck that I want to test drive, and it is this deck, the Paradise Found Oracle. This deck was a gift to me that I received as a bonus from around Christmas. I purchased a few decks for myself, and the shop that I purchased them from decided to surprise me, and they sent this as a bonus deck. To be quite honest, this is not something that I have ever purchased from myself. This is not my style. This is not my usual aesthetic or content in terms of deck content and theme, but it is in my home and I'm going to try and use it for those collective readings here on YouTube and see how things progress. Now, I have already went through all of the cards. I read a bit about, I read some entries from the guidebook, and theme-wise, it's very fluffy and it really didn't resonate with me one bit. So what I did is I went in and I wrote some additional words on the cards to help myself spark my intuition and actually make this deck somewhat useful. So yeah, those are the things that I wanted to mention prior to the reading itself. And let's see how those two decks perform. So I'm going to start by shuffling the tarot deck and really centering myself. Okay. Hekate, Hekate, Hekate. Please step forward and share your wisdom, guidance, and knowledge with all of us today. And please make it clear, even though we haven't read with this deck. Okay, I feel the pull towards cutting the deck. And no, one more pile, or yeah. Okay, so I'm laying the spread as per usual. I always use a spread for my readings. And let's begin. So the first card is going to speak about the general energy or the theme that Hekate wants us to explore today. And here we have this beautiful card. This is the Chariot card. Traditionally in the tarot, the Chariot is all about moving forward, victory, progress, and knowing who we are and living by who we are. Yeah, so this is the theme. So victory, progress, and forward movement. Maybe you have been doubting yourself, and with this card, Hekate is telling you it's time to move forward. The second card is something that you really need to pay attention to. And this card is the World. Wow, 2 majors already. The World card is all about completion, transcendence, unity of opposites. And to be quite honest, this element of uniting the opposites is also present in the Chariot card, especially if we look at the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith image. I think that you are going to be familiar with it. We have this chariot and the two sphinxes underneath. The one is black, and the other is white. So there's this element of needing to unite those opposing forces in order to move forward. So yeah, basically she is telling us that even though we need to move forward and explore our path, even our place in the world, in the outside world, but at the same time staying true to ourselves, we also need to pay attention to our environment and the world around us. And it's going to be a challenging journey establishing who we are in this environment. This is what I'm getting so far. The next card is focus on, and something that will be helpful. And here we have this beautiful card, and this is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is all about stability of our emotions and being very present with them, very aware and stable. So what will help you in this journey forward is to have a stable environment and emotions. The next card is something to avoid or something that can be potentially harmful to you in your journey. And we have this beautiful card. This is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is an archetype of a person that is very heavily influenced to pursue their desires, and their only goal is to be active and is to be doing no matter of what their actions result in. And basically I'm getting that this mindset and this attitude is not going to help you. You should be very grounded and you should know why you're doing the things that you're doing. It's not only about going, pursuing, and it's not only about action for the sake of action. You should be very aligned with yourself and what you are trying to achieve, why you are trying to achieve those things, and you should have this sense of emotional calmness and stability. And you should avoid rushing the process, the progress, and you should go step by step and be very present and mindful with yourself and your goal. The next card is what you need to learn from this whole experience, and here we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of expanding on the material level and growing on the material level, so meaning your health, your finances, those types of things. It also speaks about collaboration. So what I'm getting as a message here is that you are not going to be able to achieve your goal by yourself. You will need support, teammates, and quite possibly partners, especially if this whole goal and the thing that you are trying to succeed at is connected to your job, your money, your housing, or your health. You will need people around you that will support you. And you will need to learn how to trust those people and how to work as a team with them. The last card is further advice from Hekate, and here we have Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a card of swiftness and of momentum. So she is saying that once you go, you should use your momentum and not stop. But at the same time, you should really pay attention not to fall into the archetype of the Knight of Wands that is all about doing, going. So you should strive towards achieving a balance between those two energies, between using the momentum and the movement and being active to your advantage, but at the same time keeping it very grounded and mindful of not overburning yourself. Okay, so let's pull an oracle card to complete this reading, and at the end I'll tell you my feelings about those two decks. Okay, to complete the reading, we have this card, and the keywords that I wrote are opposites and inner marriage. And this once again speaks about the theme that I touched upon of balancing those opposing energies within yourself, your masculine energy and your feminine energy, or said in other terms, your receptive energy and your projective energy. So you need to find a balance between those two if you want to succeed and achieve your goal and establish yourself in the world, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, and you have a lot of trials and errors until you reach your goal. But the thing that will help you is to work on that inner alchemy and marrying those two energies and balancing them, achieving a stable emotional space, and actually trusting the people around you, your partners, that they are going to help you move along. And yeah, the other thing, once again, use the momentum. Okay, so this was your reading, the reading that Hekate wanted to share with all of you guys. And I think that it was clear, but to be quite honest, the deck, the Smoke, Ash and Embers, it was okay in terms of a reading experience, but I don't think that this is suitable for client work because I find it a bit hard to differentiate between the cards. In terms of artwork, I really need to pay attention to the little text on the bottom of the card in order to see which card is which. And I don't like that. I want to have a clear visual experience. So I think I'm going to record a review for this deck where I'm going to share with you all of my thoughts. But in terms of this experiment, yes, the message came true, but it was a bit more of a struggle that I'm used to when I channel her, and I don't think that I will be continuing using this deck in this capacity. So yeah, I think that that's everything for today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you for being here and for your support. And please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Before we part ways, I just want to let you know that I offer personal readings if you want one of those, and if you're interested, there's a link in the description box down below. And I also am a deck creator, and I offer my decks through makeplayingcards.com. You can check all of my deck creations in a separate playlist here on the channel. And I do have membership open. If you want to check those things out, I will be very thankful. Yeah, with having said that, thanks once again. I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.